Today's episode is brought to you by PTZ Optics. Disability Upgrade. New Wave Toys and their Replicate Amusements products. GG Retrobox. Get 3 to 5 games from your favorite series, consoles, and game genres delivered to your doorstep every month with GG Retrobox, the ultimate retro gaming subscription box for video game enthusiasts. Use code GRS15 at checkout to get 15% off your first box. And
Boom shakalaka! Hey everybody, it's Tim Kitzer here, the voice of some of your favorite video games like NBA Jam and NFL Blitz, and I'm here to talk to you about Old Skool Gamer Magazine. It's the magazine for retro gaming, and it's exploding. Kaboom! Print issues come out every other month, and if you want to go green, digital options are available. Visit oldschoolgamer.com and subscribe now. That's oldschoolgamer.com. Boom shakalaka! Kaboom!
All right, you guys got to tell me if there's audio issues. I was hearing an echo, but I don't know where the echo is coming from. So let's see if there's any echoes you guys can report, first of all. Sounds good? All right, that must be me. So I'm going to take these suckers out. I'm getting an echo from somewhere, so I'll just take those little bad boys out. Could be my headset. Wouldn't be the first time. So happy Friday. Welcome to Kick It Old Skool. Let's go through the gambit of people. Sounds fine. Okay, it must be my earbuds that weren't working right. Let's see everyone here. Of course, we have Jason, our resident AI. Always a pleasure having you here, Jason. Dan Z is here. Rotundo is here. Evening all. Happy Friday. JLS Gaming is also here. Let's go. Pliskin's Run is always a showrunner here. What's up? What's up? Game Broker 84. Happy Friday. You ain't kidding. Thank God it's Friday. We'll get into that in a little bit. Hobby Hands is here. Hello, everyone. Green Sammy 87. We're back. Thank God it's Friday. It's only 7 days away. That's not too bad. Sir Sega is here. Yo, happy Friday. course, we have Andy's Game Room. Andy, welcome here as always. Stephen M is also here saying hello to everybody. I think we're getting everyone here. Jason, we saw Jeff D. Jeff D, how you doing, buddy? Glad to see you here. Upkiss is also here. Happy to see you, my friend. Nix. Nix is joining the fight on Fridays. Welcome, Nix. I think we got, Bill's Retro Gaming Show. Make sure you check out his video. We posted one today about kind of what we're going to be talking about today in New Wave Toys and what they're doing next. So far, so good, which is good. Charles Jordan, fine. It's probably my earbuds. You know, I got these little things off of Amazon. So, you know, thing to try to get them. Maybe they'll reconnect here. Not that I really need them. Screw it. I don't need them. They were like, again, like $10. Figure, why not? Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. Zero Redux. I see Crystal Castles. As long as it's not crystals that form kidney stones. I get a lot of kidney stones. They're not very good. What else we got? Paul Barris is here. Welcome, Paul. My family is here. Yo! Gregory's here saying, what's up? What's up? Be careful of that wife. She wants stuff in cages. You got to be careful, Gregory, on that. The cages. Cage match. Goofy Foot, man. Hello, bitches. We have also, look, whoop, we're going down here. We have Will here. Hey, Glenn. What's up going, Will? Happy Friday to you. Peter is here as well. Hi, all. Excited for the R-Cade Switch. We're going to talk a little bit about that as well. We're going to get into a lot of things today. Trump or die? iiRcade is definitely more popular than ever. We're going to talk about that too. We're going to cram a line in this hour if we can. Of course, a good buddy, Video Game Vegas, is here as well. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. He's got some really good videos. And no more I can say. Video Game Vegas, good guy. What else we got here? I think we got everyone here. We did. Okay, so let's kind of get started. I'm on the second solo episode of Kicking It Old School. Steven is, I think he's seeing a concert tonight. I think he's seeing like Journey and Heart and Cheap Trick. So, we've got somebody just joining here. Boop, boop. Welcome. Hey, hey. Have a drink to you, my friend. Oh, people are still coming in. We have Donald. Sorry. Hello, Glenn. Thanks for everything you do. Well, thank you for you guys joining. That's a little more important to me, really, honestly. So, you know, I'm supposed to be on vacation next week. This is the second time in about a month. I had a vacation set up last month. Work was just too busy, and I rescinded my week's vacation. I'm supposed to be on vacation starting today. Supposed to be off all next week, but I have a lot of stuff going on in the house. We have the whole thing with the CrowdStrike issue. I have a couple departments that are going online. We're kind of short-staffed. So I may nix. No offense there, nix. A different kind of nix. Nix my vacation this week. I haven't decided yet. Maybe I'll take a day. I'll go on the rest of the week. I'm not really doing anything. Weather's not supposed to be great anyway, so it could have been a nice Friday for a long, extended time off, but I think, unfortunately, I'm going to be going back to work next week. Oh, well. What do we got going over here? I'm trying to see. I have an eye doctor. So you guys know, I did set myself up for an eye doctor appointment next week, so we can see what's going on. I can't see half the stuff on the screen, which makes doing this a lot harder. How is work post-CrowdStrike? It's definitely better. My company fared, I think, fairly well, but there are still some issues. It's worse when it's like a patient care board or, you know, a provider laptop or a provider computer. Because sometimes they don't always use them and they turn them on like a week later, and all of a sudden it's an emergency and you have to get it fixed. But I think overall, not too bad. I never got my $10 Uber Eats coupon, though. I heard it didn't work anyway. We have Michael B. Michael B. Hello, everyone. ELEO is here. What's up, everyone? 720 Eric is here as well. So I want to thank all you guys for joining. We're going to be talking about a bunch of different things here. We're going to talk about some New Wave toy stuff. We're going to talk about some iiRcade stuff. Oh, we got a super chat already? What the heck? Hold on. Trump for die. I've got 4 iiRcade gold cabinets ready and waiting. Well, sir, you're going to get something here as well now. You're going to get some super blue. So Trump or die, thank you. We're going to dive into a little bit about the iiRcade. Now, it's funny. It's really funny. When the iiRcade came out, it was definitely a quality cabinet. But I think it's gotten more popular than ever. Now, what I also found out, I didn't realize this. I got the very first gold cabinet. I didn't even realize it. I never put the little sticker on there saying what where you were in the order. And I went upstairs. I was just looking at it. Had a big 1 on it. I didn't even put 2 and 2 together. So I actually have the very first Dragon's Lair gold cabinet. I did not even know that. So even more value. But to be honest, the Legacy and the gold cabinet are probably my 2 most played machines right now. And we're going to get into that in a little bit. I'm very happy with. We're going to get into that in a little bit. I don't want to get ahead of myself. I tend to do that a little bit. We should go through some of these here. Michael B. I'm sorry, Mitchell B. Sorry about that. You're right. I'm going to get my eyes checked next week. Next Saturday at 12:15. I'm getting these guys checked so I can actually see my screens. And in fact, if you guys know Amiga Bill's he works in television and he's a very big, obviously, Amiga guy. He's doing every year he does this thing at his house where he prints out his Amigas and game consoles. It's like 24 hours of anarchy in game. And Mitchell, sorry about that. I can't see the screen too well. But I'll be doing that next Saturday as well. Hopefully we'll have some live streams from Amiga Bill's channel. And I do no disrespect. I'm just an old man and I can hardly see my screen. It's actually a 27-inch widescreen plus 2 additional screens on here. And I still can't see everything on the screen. So let's see here. So let's I guess start talking about the week, right? So like I said, I was supposed to be on vacation next week, but I don't think it's going to happen. My basement's getting crowded again. I really need to go down here and straighten up. The Long Island Gaming Expo is coming up relatively soon. And if you guys are in Long Island, please stop by, say hello. I'll be happy to see you guys. It's August 9th through 11th at the Cradle of Aviation in Garden City, New York. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Cole will be there. I will be there. If they allowed dogs, I would have brought Blue. But I don't think they allow dogs. So Blue will not be joining us. But it's a great spot to go. And they have a lot of great things for like outer space and planes and stuff like that. They have that. If you have little kids, there's actually like a fireman or fire truck museum like right next door for kids. So they have that as well. Don't forget, I've actually got 5 gold cabs, so I have to order another. Oh my God, crazy! All right, maybe we'll talk about the R-Cade stuff first, and then we'll get into the other things. So, like I said, I was when I did the initial announcement with Jong on his show. It was kind of like a very last minute thing because again, iiRcade was supposedly going to be saved by another company. I don't want to go into who that was, but we were kind of hoping that company would have taken them over and things would have worked out. But when they went bankrupt, I really thought there'd be an opportunity to really make the machine even better. And it's been a long time. It's like over a year now since we started doing the GRS Ultimate Control Panel. Now, if you have the MIA Team Encoder or Mystery Encoder board, you were able to start to take advantage of the trackball and the spinners and things along those lines, because if you go onto Discord, there's a Discord channel in there where you can side load a lot of games. That's why, like I said, the iiRcade has really become my favorite machine, because guys are making these games that are side loaded onto the machine. Beautiful artwork. They set up the controls and everything. It's really, really good. But I still knew that even with the Ultimate Control Panel, it was only half done, because the other half had to be what I promised, which was the Viper. And that turned out to be a very long black hole of problems, because, again, when it's up in my brain, I'm like, yeah, let's do this. But then my engineering team and software team, and now R-Cade, another team that we got in here, have really had to get it to work. And they probably wanted to kill me a little bit. But I'm going to say right now, after teaming up with R-Cade, I am very, very happy with the Viper and the switching mechanism and the whole setup. So I think you guys are really going to like it. I've been trying to get them on. They've both been very busy, but the software has so many features above and beyond just retro gaming. The cool thing is, if you're, like, say, I'm here in my house and you guys are in your house and we want to play, I don't know, Donkey Kong 2-player or some other game, Defender, whatever, I could be here and I could start a server from my house and you can just connect to me. We can play, and there's almost no latency. It works very, very well, even over Wi-Fi in my house. So that was a cool feature. You don't have to have a cloud server. So if servers go down, it doesn't matter. You create your own server in the application on the Viper, and you open up a port. People connect, and you can play games. Or if you want to Steam stream stuff to the Viper, you could do that. You want to watch 8K videos on the Viper on your arcade, you can do that. But of course, you can definitely play games on it. And the cool thing about it, I know a lot of people asked me, what do any games come on it? There are a couple that are installed in arcade, like some demos, like Doom's First Levels and Wolfenstein 3D and a couple other games. And of course, The Adventures of Robbie Roto. But there is a downloader application built in. You have to agree to a couple of things legally. You have to agree to a couple of things. But if you agree that you own these particular properties, you can just pick them off of the menu a la carte, and it'll automatically download the game as well as artwork for it. The other cool things about working with R-Cade and us and with the Viper is we have a Sinden Target Pro. You just connect your Sinden Target Pro or your regular Sinden light gun, and the Viper is going to recognize it. No crazy setup. It's already kind of built in. Calibration, all this stuff's built in. The really cool thing I've been playing with recently is I go between like Donkey Kong, Pac-Man, or other games, and since you have the 4 8-way gate switches built into the Ultimate Control Panel, you don't have to press the button. You go to Pac-Man, it's automatically going to switch your gates to 4-player. You play another game that needs 8 directions, like 1941, it'll switch it to 8-way. So, of course, you can still override it. You can still press the button for 4 and 8-way, but the R-Cade and Viper are smart, and it will automatically put the gate in the right mode for the game. And you can see on top of my legacy unit in the TV below, I have the Al-Link bit pixel display, and that's actually connected to the back hub of the Ultimate Control Panel. Because in the back of the Ultimate Control Panel, we have 2 ports in the front. We have ports also on the inside and the back. That's connected. You tell it it's there. It downloads the artwork. Your bit pixel. Al-Link is going to make sure, I think, in the next week or two, they'll open pre-orders for the iiRcade bit pixel display. Again, just connect it to the Viper, download through R-Cade, and you pick your game. That'll be on there as well. We've also made sure the GRS trackball in your Ultimate Control Panel and spinners, like you can see there's Crystal Castles and Marble Madness on there. They work. You just plug it in, it works. Spinner games, it works. You plug in your GRS flight yoke, Star Wars yoke, and again, we've configured it. So you go to Star Wars, the controller is going to work. The only thing that's not set up right now will be in the next release, will be the Ikari Warrior Super Joystick. So that'll be available in the next. We go and look at the chat real quick here. Michael B, the real Michael B is here, the Game Genie here. So Mitchell, sorry about that. Michael B is here. We're actually going to talk about Michael B. We're going to be talking about him in a few minutes as well. So his ears must be ringing. Michael B is going to be talked about here. Show. So all said and done, I really thank you guys who did pre-order the Viper switcher to go along with the Ultimate Control Panel. I thank you guys. Oh yes, we're going to be talking about you. We're going to be talking about you in a few minutes, my friend. We are. But I was nervous because I don't want to release anything that I'm not happy with. And I'm going to be honest, not that Bhattacharya is bad. It's not. I use Bhattacharya all the time. But it wasn't really conducive for what I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be, when there's updates, it just updates over the air. Boom. Just like you would have gotten in the iiRcade. It just downloads updates. You want to get some games? You agree to the license agreement, download the games, download your artwork, sets up all on there. You want to do a game with a friend across the country, around the world, set up your server, have them connect, play Streets of Rage. There you go, Streets of Rage. That's what we were testing on it, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I was here, the developer was wherever he lives, and we were playing it fine. Of course, I sucked at the game because they suck, but you could do that. So that's what I want that Viper to be. I want it to be very easy to use for people who haven't done it before. Get the games, download the artwork, plug in controllers, have the gate switch automatically. All that stuff should be there. And that's kind of what I wanted. And remember, the Viper is going to be upgradable. So we'll be getting more performance later on down the road. You can see the Build-A-Cades. And I want to talk about that too. We are going to talk about New Wave toys. And I want you guys to think of something real quick. And I know I'm the salesman quite a bit, but I really want you guys to jump on this before it's too late. If you guys do like New Wave toys, or you guys like, the numbskull machines, the GRS Build-A-Cade. Now my face is blocking half of the thing there. Oh my God, can I get my face over there? Let me see. Pink, there we go. So for $50, $49.99, you can get a Build-A-Cade, and you can see all the different machines you can make with it. I'm going to mix up here. Let me look at this. Pink. You can make yourself a Donkey Kong cabinet now with Joe Sabo's artwork. You can make yourself a Robotron. You can make a Mortal Kombat. We have a 6-way, a 6-button fighter stick with great controls. We have a steering wheel, we have spinners, we have trackballs. We have all these different controls. You can put them inside. We have a Build-A-Case. We have the Build-A-Base. We have the one-up riser. We have all these things for Build-A-Cade for $50. You guys would be crazy not to jump on board. Get yourself a Build-A-Cade and add great artwork to it. People make Terminator 2. See, we have guns, sticks for it. And to be quite honest, the Sinden Target Pro does work on the Build-A-Cade screen. Just saying. So for $50, you guys would be crazy not to get this and just put artwork on it. I mean, the Donkey Kong alone, between $50 for me, and then I think it's like $40 for the Donkey Kong artwork, which is acrylic artwork from Joe Sabo's. You guys are nuts to pass up on this deal. When you look at even New Wave toys, even the cheap ones are up to $250. $50. So the sale's not going that much longer, so that's why I'm really pressing right now. All you need to do is go there, buy a Build-A-Cade, and put in TMG50, and you will get $50 off, $49.99 for a Build-A-Cade. But if you don't want a Build-A-Cade, you're nuts. But if you don't want it, that's fine. You can still get 30% off on everything else on the site with TMG30, except for the Ikari stick. That's the only thing that's not on sale right now. But you even get the Sinden Target Pro. You want a Sinden Target Pro? Put the TMG30 in there, you get 30% off on that. Okay, that's enough of that spiel. I know I've been talking a lot about it, but I really want you guys to miss these deals. The Build-A-Cade alone, it's insane. I'm definitely insane losing my shirt, but that's okay. So again, I'm going to do another video on the iiRcade. Oh, we got some questions. I probably should stop and answer some questions here. Yeah, man, we got the Build-A-Base, and the Build-A-Base is a rocking base. You can actually tilt the Build-A-Cade how you want it. But if you don't want to build something that crazy, it's just 3D printed, you can see the Donkey Kong is sitting on the one-up riser, which is, they borrowed from me. Why not borrow from them, right? So I made little risers. You can put a little artwork in there and so forth and it makes it a good height. So if you did feel that the New Wave toys or mine are a little bit too low, you put that base on there and it becomes a good eye level, and then you do it. And absolutely, man, $29.99. It's insane. It's insane. I'm losing truly my shirt, but I want you guys to get these at a great price. And now is the time to get it. If you ever were on the fence of a Build-A-Cade for $49, go get one, or it's too late. It is all about the bass, not the treble, for sure. All right. Because I know Michael B's here, and he's probably also got to get on his show. So let's put this back up here again. What do you guys think this is going to be? What do you guys think this is going to be? Now, I know what Michael B says it's going to be. So let's see what Michael B is going to do. Michael B did some good research here. Let's see what he said. Of course, I start the video going. That'd be helpful, wouldn't it? Where did it go, Michael B? Michael B, where are you, Michael B? All right, here we go.
I said was a definite possibility, especially since they just did a trackball game, and that is Crystal Castles. So now I want to go back to this form factor silhouette they've provided. So far, we have this information, this silhouette. We also know that the game is in 1983. If you go back to the 1983 arcade games, let's click on Crystal Castles here, and as you can see, it has a pretty similar form factor. In fact, I would say pretty much identical. So at this point, I would be very surprised if it wasn't Crystal Castles. In fact, while making the thumbnail for this video, I was so sure it was Crystal Castles, I actually went out and found like a pretty much perfect side view of the cabinet, and then I made it see-through and superimposed it right next to the New Wave Toys silhouette teasing it, and it looks like it's pretty much one for one. I think at this point, it's safe to assume it's Crystal Castles. Now, if you've ever owned an Atari arcade one-up cabinet, you're probably...
So what do you guys think? Do you think Michael B is right? Do you think this is at Crystal Castles? Or do you guys think it is something else? In the chat, what do you guys think this is going to be? Yeah, I'm having weird audio issues. I always have audio issues, so it wasn't intentionally Michael B the Chipmunk, but that's kind of how it turned out. That's what happens when you drink those helium balloons. You breathe in helium balloons. That's what it's going to sound like, Michael B. Just so you know. But a lot of people think it's going to be Crystal Castles. So I will say that whatever it turns out to be, whether it be Crystal Castles or whether it be, I don't know, Marble Madness or something else, but people seem to think it's Crystal Castles, I will be involved with it. So, even Jason is saying Shadow likes Crystal Castles, and they do have a very good communication with Atari, which is good. So that's the plan. So whatever this turns out to be, just like the original one from Shiloh, which was the Golden Tee, which is, you know, the Golden Tee, I will be making a control panel for it. But Michael B did a really good thing. It's kind of hard to fight and say that it's not Crystal Castles, because when you look at what he did, in his chipmunk voice, he actually overlaid the Crystal Castles artwork onto the cabinet. So it's kind of hard to say it's not that. But what do you guys think? You guys really do think it is going to be Crystal Castles? I wish it was, man. I would love a Sinden Star. I would love a Sinden Star. And I would definitely be able to make a controller for that. You know, it wouldn't be like an actual 49 way, but it would be very similar to that, because it's obviously very, very small. Very, very small. And as you can see, I have Crystal Castles playing on the Dragon's Lair iiRcade right now. It's a very fun game. I get pretty far in it, and then I just kind of like die off. You know, I get so far, and then I'm like done. You know what? That's the programming back end. I don't personally see a reason why it wouldn't work. But that would be up to New Wave Toys. They generally seem to be pretty open to that. Either their controllers, like their little fighter stick for Street Fighter, would work on a PC. So I don't see a reason why it wouldn't work. Obviously, the artwork wouldn't match up, but entirely possible. See, I would like to definitely would like to see a Marble Madness. Again, it's a game that I rage quit quite often. Marble Madness. The first couple levels are great, and then I'm just like done. But there are a lot of it's really a classic that really doesn't get a lot of attention, to be honest. In my opinion, it really doesn't. That would be kind of cool. Pole position. Again, I already got spinners and steering wheel, so that would work out pretty good. Biggie D's is joining here as well. The Crystal Castles game deck with Golden D. Well, if it is a Crystal Castles deck, we don't really know for sure just yet. We're guessing, but potentially, because it would be a USB interface, and whatever controls would be in it would probably work just the same. I'm going to be having some news about this game and my yoke, which I've been hinting at for years, but we're getting very close. So if you do have a GRS flight yoke, Star Wars yoke, you will be able to do a enhancement to it, and we'll get into that hopefully soon. So that'll be a little tidbit nugget for me, gold nugget, whatever. This I'd like to see too. I know a lot of people really like Paperboy, and we were already working on handlebars, so we're already working on that. We can definitely do that. Marble Madness is coming too, guys. Don't worry. There you go. Spoken by the chipmunk himself. Michael B. the Chipmunk. What do we got going over here? Well, Steps, right now, if you go to the website and you put in this code, you'll get 30% off a GRS Sinden Target Pro. Right now. Before it's too late. Code TMG30 on checkout, and you'll get 30% off the Sinden Target Pro. Don't miss out. Boom. Spirits is a good game. Again, it's a game I like playing, but I suck at it, which I don't play it as much as I would like to. This is something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and it can absolutely be done. I have a couple of friends who've already made 1/6 scale working yoke Star Wars cabinets. They've already done it. So it's entirely possible. And we have a super chat, looks like, here from Triumph or Die. Why isn't it Dragons? Oh, well, because right now, actually, with the gold cabinet, let me get this off the screen here. With the gold cabinet, right now it's in Viper mode. I didn't even turn on the gold motherboard. So in the legacy unit, when you power it on, the legacy motherboard turns on, and then you could turn the Viper on, right? But on the gold cabinet, you could turn just the Viper on and not turn on the motherboard in the gold. You can. I can go over, press the button, it'll turn on. But it's just an option. So thanks for the super chat. And if I go over there, actually, no, I'll do it right now with you guys here live. We'll do it live. You guys will see. So I'm going to go over here, and I will switch it over here. And you can see right now the gold unit is off. I'm going to press the power button here, let it turn on, and everything should turn on in just a second. So let that power up as I back here and sit down. See, the marquee just turned on. Now you absolutely can power the marquee independently, which is a project I'll probably do down the road. But hell yeah, it's a good price. I'm an idiot selling stuff this cheap. You'll never, well, I should say you never get a deal like this, but it's a damn good deal. 30% off every single thing on the site, except for the Ikari Super Warriors joystick, and 50% off, $49.99 for a Build-A-Cade. It's absolutely insane. Insane. So you can see right now the iiRcade Gold is booted up. And I can now go back over here. And there's Crystal Castles. And you can see the screen is oriented properly. And I go back again. And now we have the iiRcade and all the games I have with that. So see the marquee is now on. I'm going to go back over here to pull up Crystal Castles. And the trackball is working in here. Everything works on the Viper. And I'm very happy with it. And we'll be selling kits as well for the Build-A-Cade for the Viper to be put inside there as well. Brooklyn Madness is here. Happy Friday. Happy Big Time Friday, everyone. Absolutely. I'm glad you guys all joined here, for sure. Will the Target Pro work? Does anything work on Windows 11? Just kidding. Yes, it'll work on Windows 11. The software from Sinden does work on Windows 11, so it should be just fine. Well, then get yourself a Build-A-Cade now. Get a Build-A-Cade now. Or it's too late. That's a thing. Yeah, I know, Canada. Now, if you went to the border, can you throw something over the border? I mean, there's no wall. But if I hand stuff, well, the Mounties like attack you when you do that. I don't know. You're very welcome. And you don't have to, Trump, you don't have to give the super chat. And I do appreciate it, but we're a very cheap show. And I want to save the $2 and put it towards a Build-A-Cade. That's what you need to get yourself as a nice Build-A-Cade and get some nice artwork. Turn it to a Donkey Kong or Donkey Kong Jr. Fix It Felix. Joe Sabo's got all those artworks. Popeye as well. I'm shilling right now because no one's going to give you guys a better deal right now on the stuff that I sell. The sales right now are just insane. And it's not going to be for much longer. So get it while you can. I don't drink any coffee. Oh my God. You think, again, that was a bad version, the Millennium Edition. That was really bad. Really, really, really bad. Now I'm going to put this up. I want you guys to see this again. Let's do this again. I'm putting this back up just because I'm crazy here. And let's, can I zoom in a little bit? Let's see. I mean, look at this. Joe Sabo did a fantastic job on this. And you can actually build yourself a little base, which I guess I can't get my camera down low enough. There's a base down there. That really sucks. I can't go any lower. Maybe if I zoom out a little bit. Can I zoom out a little bit? Come on. There we go. You can see the base, the little Donkey Kong base. And you can see Crystal Castles is playing on the second one here. And then we have Marble Madness. We have Mortal Kombat. You can see we have a 6-player fighter stick. We did enhancements on the joystick for this one, better micro switches, NBA Jam, Star Trek. We got it all. And this is a great time, except again, to get yourself a GRS Build-A-Cade. Get the camera a little more set up a little bit better again, like I had it. There we go. That's better. And come off here like that. Bam. The Millennium Edition. So I'm going to open up the questions right now. I've been babbling and doing a lot of shilling today. This is what happens when Steve is not here. I just shill out of control. And yeah, Bill, I'm telling you, the artwork, I mean, Escape Pod makes artwork now. R-Cade Graphics makes artwork. And of course, Joe Sabos. And Joe Sabos prints out the part to turn the Build-A-Cade into that Donkey Kong shape. No one has a Donkey Kong cabinet or a Popeye cabinet, Donkey Kong Jr. Get a Build-A-Cade, get the artwork on there, you now have a 1/6 scale, fully working cabinet. They're beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I only really played the original one and I did well. The controls, I think, were a little simpler. The other game's not so good. But also, the first one was digitized people. Then they went to more like graphic, drawings and other Mortal Kombats. But actually, that Mortal Kombat right there is actually for, oh my God, Danny Pacina? That is? Johnny Cage. Whoever plays Johnny Cage, that's his. I just haven't seen him since the Hartford Gaming Show 2 years ago. You can never have too much swag. Never, never, never. Dude, yeah, all right, so let's talk about McDonald's. So, KCam216 and he's one of my co-workers. We went to McDonald's today, and I'm sick and tired of McDonald's friggin' ice cream machines and milkshake machines not working. I actually said when we walked in, if the machine's broken, we're going to Wendy's. And I reneged because we were there, and the fries actually were good. But that machine's always friggin' broken. I was dying for McDonald's vanilla milkshake, and it was fucking broken. What the F, McDonald's? I know you guys do it because you guys have independent places and you charge like $1,000 to walk in the door, but I want the damn milkshake, you sons of bitches. Now, what do we got here? Remember using Mistake Edition for a month and going right back. I refused to put that on there. When they took out the DOS, I stayed with Windows 98 until I went to XP. I did not even bother with Millennium at all. Rexer, working on mine. All right, so keep an eye on the Retro Show. You guys probably already, but he got the Joe Sabos Donkey Kong. I mean, he's a Donkey Kong guy. He got the artwork for his Build-A-Cade. He's going to assemble his Build-A-Cade, and he'll probably do a little short review about it. But don't wait. I don't know when his review is coming out, but the sale is not going to be going for much longer. $50 for a GRS Build-A-Cade. Get it now. Hell, sell it to someone else for $70 and tell them they're still getting a bargain over the $99. I'm just trying to help you guys. That's all I'm trying to do. As I'm shilling. Maybe I should come out with that. I make very good milkshakes. Very good. Ice cream, Oreos, chocolate syrup, vanilla extract, blended to perfection. That shit's good. That shit's real good. Jason, go to McDonald's. Can you get me a milkshake and send it over? That'd be great. That'd be fantastic. Hopefully I can, after I go to the eye doctor next Saturday and I get a new prescription, I'll be able to read these texts and you guys' names better because it's such a blur. I'm surprised. I'm like Mr. Magoo. I'm surprised I get to work every day. Oh, OS2 Warp. When I was working for Prodigy, that's what we were using. OS2 Warp. And it was pretty good. The second edition was much better than the first. But I don't know how Windows made it. To be honest, there was so many better operating systems out there, but somehow they did. Don't get it. Rexer, what's your review for the 1-Up cab that came out? Go to his channel. Will. He did a video. Go take a look. BOS was actually pretty promising. It was a very light, almost like Amiga OS. And it just didn't take off. They tried selling it off a couple of times, and it didn't work out. To be honest, I am a little biased, perhaps. Amiga OS was preemptive multitasking, graphic interface. It had a command line as well as a GUI interface. Very light, incredibly efficient. As well as 256 megabytes you were able to multitask in. Amiga OS should have gone further. Unfortunately, it didn't. But as far as the whole Amiga was such a tragedy. Don't get me on that tangent because I'll keep talking about that forever. Video Game Vegas, the Build-A-Cade or the new Arcade one. Remember Gold? I would definitely go with the Build-A-Cade because I honestly think that one-up Golden Team Machine is garbage. They got games on there. There's no way to play it with the control layout that's on there. None. And that's the problem with Arcade 1-Up. Again, they don't care about you guys. They're throwing stuff out there for somebody who has no idea what they're buying. Oh, great, I got some games on there. They don't care about you guys. I don't know how many times I got to tell it. Arcade 1-Up does not care about you. They care about what's in your wallet. And that's why they sell crappy products. And it's evident. If you ever make and sell an ice machine, that's as good as the real thing. Maybe one day, Stephen M. Maybe one day. You know what? I'm telling you guys, I am going to make. There will at some point be a full-size cabinet from me, but it's gonna be like not anything else out there. If you know about what I do and the cool things like I do, I'm gonna make that cabinet. I may have to do a Indiegogo to get the funds to get it started because it's a lot of money to get the parts and to make a prototype. But I think you guys know if I'm going to do an Indiegogo, either you're going to get your money back because it doesn't go through, or I'm going to make it. And I will make a cabinet that'll make everyone out there shit their pants. So that's my next big goal. Maybe get that going in 2025. But I wish I could do it this year. Just can't do it. Gorf is awesome. You know what's funny? I never owned a VIC-20. Never owned a VIC-20. I didn't really want one at the time. Even when it came out, I thought it was a very limited machine when compared to like the TI or the Ataris. But they had some, and again, the graphics was not very good, but great Space Invaders, great Gorf. They had a lot of graphic games for a machine that really wasn't good at graphics. It was very limited. But damn, Space Invaders was like, I always wanted the arcade version. A VIC-20 would have had it back then. Gorf as well. A lot of good games. Galaxian. Very well done in the VIC-20. That's me at work, Hobby Hands. When I'm in the office, I am the human punching machine. That's me. I take it for my team. I take it for the team. There's some things I want to say about it, but I don't because Arcade 1-Up is already a thief. And if I say anything, they'll just steal it like everything else. So it's just going to have to wait until I'm a little closer to actually doing a reveal. But no one else is going to have done what I'm going to do. And it's going to be priced like everything else to do insane. Yeah, I don't know. Well, it could be done. It could be done for sure. See, next, the one thing is I can't do, I did the Star Wars yoke on Kickstarter because I had a prototype. You have to have a prototype to go on Kickstarter. So this project is so big for us, I have to use Indiegogo because I won't have a prototype. However, everything I've always said has always come to fruition. At the price point, pretty close to what we promised, better sometimes not. But I've always been honest about it. So if I can get people to back the Indiegogo for my full-scale machine, it'll be the best in the business. It'll be upgradable. I can't say more because I don't want people taking ideas from it. But obviously, when the Indiegogo happens, it'll have to be revealed what it does at that point. But we're not quite there yet. Yeah, I was really impressed. The VIC-20, the sound chip was not quite the Commodore 64, but it was a pretty good sound chip. But when it first released at 4K, Space Invaders, the other games were on cartridge, so that didn't matter as much. But the graphics of the VIC chip was not that good. There was no hardware sprites. It was very limited, but dang, they really did make some good games on it. And of course, VIC-20s now, they're super cheap, not so cheap. And to be honest, I'm out of room. My new goal now is to really thin out my collection and a lot of things. Like, aside from the iiRcade and my Legends Ultimate, probably all my other machines are going to go for space reasons. I've reclaimed the bedroom. That's going to be turned back into a bedroom. I just have too much stuff. And I'm doing so much prototyping. I mean, this whole basement here, I have stuff all over the place because I'm constantly testing and prototyping. I haven't done a lot of videos. So I'm spending a lot of time testing R-Cade, the switcher for the R-Cade, and things that we haven't revealed yet, but we're going to be. It takes a lot of time to do all that stuff. Well, that's going to be an absolute given. But it's how it's done. Because other people are doing it right now. That Polycade, I know P-Dubs had the Atari founder's son on there. I think that's the ugliest damn thing on the planet. I don't care if it mounts to the wall. I don't care if it's metal. The damn thing is ugly. Okay, it has interchangeable control panels. Well, I've been doing that already on the Build-A-Cade, and people have done that in the past. I think that Polycade, I am sorry. I reached out to Atari a number of times. You should have got me involved. That is the ugliest thing I've seen. I would not put it in my house. I can't imagine women would want that anywhere in the house other than in the garage. It's an ugly, ugly machine. Sorry, it just is. And expensive for what you get. So the creative group wanted to do a sequel. It'd be cool if it came out. It would have been kind of cool. I mean, Gorf was definitely a good game. I remember when I played it as a kid, I thought it was like almost like a pirated game because there was Space Invaders, Galaxian, all these games that already were pre-existing, but that's not the case. And it was Midway who had those other games as well. So Nick, so you had the VIC-20. Did you enjoy it? I mean, they definitely had some good games on it, for sure. Well, the stock machine had 4K. The only machine worse would have been the Timex Clear 1000. The TRS-80 color computer, when it came out, was also 4K. And the black and white TRS-80s were also 4K. So 4K was like the start. My first computer was 16K. It was a TI. I did want the Atari 400, though. For some reason, I went with the TI. But I now have a 400 Mini, and I have a real 400, which I upgraded to 48K. And I actually love that keyboard. I know so many people bash the 400 for the keyboard. No, it's not good for typing on. No, it's not good for programming on. But it's just strange. It's strange. And I just like how that 400 looked. It just looks cool. The 800 was a beast. And to be honest, if you have a 400 or an 800 and an A-bomb went off, just hold it in front of you. There's so much aluminum, it would have protected you from the blast. There was so much in there. And McCrae 114, welcome. Happy Friday. Happy kicking Old Skool with us today. Glad you guys made it. And again, the weeks are so hard. And now we have a relaxing weekend. Hopefully, the temperatures come down a little bit. But it's been very hot and humid. Very hot and humid. The Polycade's expensive, but it's just downright ugly. I think P-Dub said he bought one. I don't know why. It's just not a good-looking cabinet. It's not. And it's just metal, tin. I don't care who made it. It's just not a well-designed cabinet, in my opinion. Snake, Donkey Kong Bowling, type of game on cassettes. They loved the VIC-20 at 6 years old. I guess I missed the boat on that one. William Shatner, man. I had Bill Cosby. My guy's like went to jail for rape. William Shatner didn't. He went to space. He's a real astronaut. Exactly. Saved by Zero. You got it right on the head. It's just not a good-looking machine. Any machine that you can maybe cut your fingers on playing it, or if you can dent it, you hit it too hard. It's not. You should be able to kick your machine when you're losing and it survive, not get a big huge dent in it like a stainless steel dishwasher. I'm sorry. It's just I get who made it. Bushnell's son, which is cool. Interchangeable control panels, cool. Design, ugly as sin. I'm also not a fan of candy cabs myself. I know some people do like them. I am not that. It's not attractive. It's not. I don't know what it's actually designed. I think if you have like one of those high tech companies, you know, maybe like Google, and they'll put a couple of those in the hallway. Oh, that's kind of neat. It's not designed for the house. It's not that a Zaxxon is per se, but they're putting that like mounting on the wall in a room. I don't know. It's just, even if I had a game room, I wouldn't want that in there. It's just, it doesn't look like an arcade. So you're not getting that fix from it looking like an arcade. And it's just ugly. I'm sorry. People spent money on that. I don't get it. You should spend your money and get $50 off on a GRS Build-A-Cade. That's what you should be doing right now. Boom. I'm trying to do a 19K Fox thing. $50 off. Get yourself a Build-A-Cade instead of the Polycade. You'd be much happier you did. I have interchangeable control panels. Mine is portable. You can take it with you. Mine looks like a mini arcade. Not the Polycade. Unfortunately, it just didn't live long enough to make that happen. I'm gonna be honest though. Now that you can get like a bit pixel display on the legacy unit, the people who got the legacy cabinet I think had the better deal because it was easier to mod, easier to do things to than the gold. I like the artwork on it, but if I had a choice between one or the other, I probably would get the legacy unit. I'm not a fan of the speakers, how they're in there, but I don't know. I don't think that the gold was a big enough change at that end. They should have really been pushing for more games than spending money in R&D on the just getting a light-up marquee. That's one of the big things that people complained about. And they, oh, you got light-up marquee now, which is great. I don't think it was worth going through all of that trouble, redesigning the board, spending all that money when it should have been trying to save the company at the time. That was a little misstep in my opinion. Rec Room Masters Alpha-Cade is a good alternative to the Candy Cab, built with wood and has the HAPS joysticks. Okay, those are good. Good. Rec Room Masters. My God, can't talk today. That's pretty good stuff. My heart wants that. Well, if that's true. When you have an itch, you got to scratch it. And if that's what you want, again, I was shocked that I had the very first one. I have the gold. I have the very first gold that came to the States. I guess even Michael and Zhang didn't get it. It came right to me. So and it was my testing. So I'm the bad guy here. My testing with the Star Wars yoke found that the mouse was working, and then they locked all that stuff out when I did a video showing that with my yoke. They didn't even know that at the time. Oh my goodness. So if you guys have any questions, hit them up. I mean, the Super Game Room dudes will be on in a few minutes. And I'm hoping to get the R-Cade guys on possibly next week. If not, it'll be just me again. Steven's on his 3-week hiatus, enjoying family. Trump or die. R-Cade golds are my favorite home arcade. Well, the R-Cade has become mine as well. It's a good solid cabinet. And now, again, you got a 19-inch screen in there, fantastic speakers in there. And again, with my control deck on there, now the switcher, man, it's just the ultimate. And it's better than the AtGames Legends Ultimate because, well, you can put your own games on there easy. You can do streaming games if you want, or you can host a server on your end or their end and play Streets of Rage or Mario Brothers or whatever. You can do it all on there. You can put 4K movies on there. You can watch movies, music, put that on there. Everything's downloadable, almost like its own little game store built in to R-Cade. And of course, we're going to make sure all our controllers are already pre-configured and working with the majority of games. Not every game, but the big ones, obviously. Like it took me only a minute to get Crystal Castles and Marble Madness going with the trackball at a good thing. I think I adjusted sensitivity on them to 100. The default was like 30, which was way too low. But at 100, Crystal Castles and Marble Madness works great. Works great. Well, I appreciate that. We definitely spent a lot of time and effort into that. And we're not done with it. There's going to be some enhancements coming out. I'm hoping relatively soon. We'll talk about that. If you get like games like Spy Hunter or any other games like the EA Star Wars game, we're gonna have some enhancements that you can just put right on and make the look even better, which is gonna be kind of cool. What do we got here? I believe, Stephen M., I believe that the Gold Edition came out first, which explains some of the build issues. 90K Fox did a live review of a couple of years ago now, pointed out the issues during live stream. I didn't really see any issues with the Gold unit per se. Except I got the first one, I put it together. It seemed like it was fine for me. When I plugged in my controllers, they all worked, and then they locked it out. At least seeing on the main screen, that mouse would come on as the spinners, the trackballs, the yoke was controlling the mouse, and they locked it all down. I still don't know why they did that, especially once they knew they were going out of business. They shouldn't have locked down the operating system. Again, thank you to Team Mystery Encoder that they were able to get in there, but I don't know why they bothered doing it at that point. That's okay, Goofyfoot. So if you missed, we will be making more of the switchers, and we will be making more of the control decks because it's another project's coming out relatively soon that will use both. And if you want to put in your iiRcade, you could simply do one little thing, and you can then drop that into your iiRcade, and you have the deck. Or you can just leave it as it is and use it as it is. And I'm probably hinting, you probably guys know what it is, but we will be making more because it's used in many other projects coming down in the future. Just saying. Just saying, just saying. So, I don't know if you guys watch Cobra Kai, but the 6th season of Cobra Kai came out. And I watched the first 5 episodes. Of course, I left it on a cliffhanger. It was typical Melrose Place. Like the first couple episodes was like watching Melrose Place, which I can't stand when they do that. And then when it got really good, cliffhanger for probably a few months until they released the other episodes. Yeah, half of the 6th season. So it's 5 episodes were released. And I've enjoyed Cobra Kai. Not going to lie. I definitely enjoyed it. Dang. Now I got to wait. Got to wait. It definitely started slow. There was some good, there's too much like kid drama in there. I know they're trying to get little kids involved with the show, but a little too much, I think, in my opinion. I'm still enjoying the show though. Exactly. I was saying it was more 90210 than Melrose Place, but definitely they threw some of that in there. Oh, Pliskin's Run. I stopped watching it when the kids hurt his back. Well, you should watch it. I watched oh my God, I can't even think of it now. This is what happens if you have a margarita in you after a while. World of Warcraft. I watched World of Warcraft. So you should go back and finish watching. It's a good show. Definitely a good show. I don't know. They released 5 episodes. I thought it was only 10 episodes, but it's more than that. I hope they don't stretch it out that far. I'm going to be really annoyed. I'll be really annoyed. There was some agenda stuff in season 2 of Cobra Kai, where season 3 and 4 got rid of it. I was worried. Yeah, they touched on it a little bit, and I think they wised up, which is good. I saw a question here. I must have missed it. Where did it go? Oh, this year. So Goofy wants to know this year. I'm hoping that my big drive right now is August to get the Vipers out and the switcher for the iiRcade with the Viper. So again, the Viper is included with the switcher, and R-Cade is also included in that. And again, I'm really, really happy we partnered with R-Cade over the Batacera. We were installing that. I think that if we released it with our version of Batacera, it would have bombed. I really do think it would have bombed. Batacera ran, but I didn't like how it functioned on the Viper. And we were also already old because we would have released Battlesera 3.8. And by the time we got it out the door, probably 4.0 would have come out, and we would have been two versions behind. And I really didn't want to do that. R-Cade is basically got everything you would need, and then some. Everything's right there. Getting games, getting artwork, getting BitPixel to work, getting the gate switches to automatically switch. You pick Pac-Man, it's going to do it for you automatically. It's got a lot of features in there. And I think that will really make the value of the $39.99 Viper even better. Again, we have onboard storage. You can download right to the 32 gigabytes on board. You can put we actually do include, because originally we were giving Battlesera on there. So we're still including a 32 gigabyte micro SD card as well. So you have 32 gigabyte internal, and then you're giving you an SD card you can use for anything, really. But you can also connect a USB drive or a hard drive. I know Bobby Fu is working on one of his 5 billion terabyte drives with everything under the sun on it. But I'm going to be honest, the Viper, the first version of the Viper, is designed really for I'd say, pre-Dreamcast type of games. Although PSP, we do run the PSP. But it's really designed for retro games, Build-A-Cade, and getting your feet wet. The Viper Venom, when that comes out, that's the first upgrade for the Viper. That will be powerful, very powerful. Good graphics, GPU, and the processor and RAM. I'm hoping that'll be out. It'll definitely be out in 2025. I would like to get out sooner, give you guys an option, because the regular Viper will be $39. Maybe get a little bit cheaper by that point. The Venom is going to be more money. I would like to keep it around 100 if I can, but I can't promise anything because we're still working on suppliers for all the chips that we need and everything. But it'll both be a fantastic value. But for people like me, I don't really go for the newer games. I like the older stuff. So the Viper is perfect for me, for Build-A-Cade, playing games from the 80s and the 90s and early 2000s. So save some money. But if you want a machine that's going to pull the socks off everyone, Viper Venom will be for you. Yeah, well, R-Cade is going to be what iiRcade should have been, and actually at games as well. At games, every firmware, they add something, but they take something away. You can put your own games on here, but you can only do it 3 times. You have to check in with them, make it okay. We're not going to do any of that. We're going to make sure the controllers work. If new controllers come out, we will get one. We'll make sure it's configured for the machine, plug it in, and go. I want to make you guys are supposed to be playing the games, not spending hours and hours configuring it. However, if you do want to do that, you can do that. You can go in and make changes. We're not going to say you can't make changes. You can definitely do that. But we want this to be, again, ecosystem for gamers, by a gamer. What I would want in my house, I'm very happy with R-Cade. And when you guys finally play with it a little bit, I think you guys are going to be like, wow, where's this stuff been before? These guys do a fantastic job. And we're partnering with them not only on the software side, but also on the Viper Venom, because these guys really know their stuff. And if someone knows their stuff, we have no problem saying, all right, here's the hat, we'll give it to you guys. We'll work with you. You guys know what you're doing. We're going to follow your lead. Because again, we want to make sure you guys get the best gaming experience for the money you guys work hard for. I mean, right now, you're working like 2.5 days for the government right now. So you only got maybe a day and a half worth of salary. We don't want you spending all that money. But we want you guys to have fun. And that's what we're doing. And that's why I'm an old man, because it's making me old. This is all making me old. Yes. So the R-Cade, when you get it, it comes with it's loaded on the internal MMC. So when you first turn it on, you get there and the initial page. You do have to agree to certain things. It's a license agreement, just like anyone else. It's making sure that what you're doing, you accept any responsibilities for anything you download or put on there. It's not going to be on us. But once you do that, it downloads the emulators on there, and then games you're entitled to, you can download those as well. And you can also still put them on yourself. You can still put them on via Wi-Fi or micro SD card. You can still load them any way you want. But we'll make it easier for you guys to do so. It will not be on the Viper. It doesn't mean you can't put it on the Viper. But no, it will not. The only game that's definitely on the Viper for sure is The New Adventures of Robbie Roto, which is a great freaking game. I enjoy that game. And a couple of others that are freeware that are totally fine. I will say that, like, the Vectrex, which is a machine I love, all those games are public domain. So you can download them, put them on there, and you're good to go. I can't sell it with that. But you can, once you get it in your hands, you can put it on there, and that's fine. A lot of Coleco games, some are and some are not available. And same with Atari. A lot of ones are, you're free to put on there yourself. But again, there will be a downloader system in there for multiple systems, as long as you agree to the licensing agreement saying, yep, you're entitled and fair use of the games. They can be put on there. The artwork can be put on there. The only thing you'll need to do, like certain games, just like with MAME anyway, the sound samples have to be put on in the MAME 2003 Plus folder. But we'll talk about that when Viper gets released. But I'm going to do this side. Definitely winks for sure. But you guys know this is not new. Anyone who watches my channel or watches any of the channels, you guys know where to get game ROMs, how to get it on a machine, or you probably already have them all already. With that being said, there is an easy way. You can either put it on yourself, but if you need to get them and you agree to the agreement saying, yep, you're entitled to these, there is a way to get them through the system. It's an easy click, boom, boom, download, go, play. Right? That's what you guys want. There we go. I have that on, it's even on the Legends Ultimate. It was one of the first games that were on there. That's it. That's right. Just ask Cool Toy for the ROMs. Cool Toy has all the ROMs. I forgot about that. Thanks, Steve. Cool Toy. Right. Cool. He said just have to go and ask Cool Toy. Cool Toy has all the ROMs. All right, we're gone over here. Listen, I hope you guys had a good week. I'm just thankful this week's over. Supposed to be on vacation next week. I'm probably going to renege it again for the second time, taking no vacation again, because there's too much happening at the office. But I appreciate you guys spending time with me. Again, one last time, I'm going to say it, because as long as I know I said it, I know it's been said, and if you guys don't take up on it, it's up to you. But if you are all interested in building yourself a Don Kong, a Robotron, Cubert, Miss Pac-Man, you name it, you cannot get a better deal than a GRS Build-A-Cade at $49.99 for a limited time. How can I do it? I can't. So get it while you can, because that'll be going very soon. But if you're interested in something else, or in addition to, you can take 30% off of anything else on the site except for the Ikari Super Stick with TMG 30 at checkout. You take 30% off. The prices are insane, my friends. But listen, I want you to spend time with your family and friends. Super Gamer Dudes has started as well. I just want to say once again, I really appreciate you guys coming on every Friday and listening to me ramble and rage and whatever. You guys are the best. I appreciate each and every one of you out there. Say hi to your family. Say hi to your friends. Because remember, tomorrow is never promised. It could be here today, gone tomorrow. Just let them know that they matter and that you care. With that being said, I wish you guys a great weekend. Enjoy the family. Till next time, game on.
Are you looking for that arcade experience at home? If you don't have the space for a full-size arcade in your house or endless funds, then you need the GRS Build-A-Cade. It's arcade quality without the arcade price, from someone you can trust. The GRS Build-A-Cade is a very simple, easy to assemble 1/6 scale arcade computer you can build yourself. You can buy interchangeable controllers for every gaming option you need to play the games the way they're meant to be played. You can also design your own artwork or purchase artwork separately to make your GRS Build-A-Cade look like the machine of your dreams. The GRS Build-A-Cade is also the only home system STEM certified. Come see what all the YouTube creators are raving about. GRS Build-A-Cade.
game on.
Sit, Blue Blue, sit. Good dog.